Alright, Nightbot is working. My cat's over here loving on me. She likes to be nice occasionally. We had some tornadoes today. I bet she was scared. The siren went off and everything. Alright. Let's do this. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fay. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give your court opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin, then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir. My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by the window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Please testify to the court about this, quote, hard evidence, end quote. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fay at the very moment of the murder. At the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack! Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. Heh, I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. All right, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. And I'm gonna eat a couple of wasabi and soy sauce. What are these? Almonds. Not a sponsor. But if you want to sponsor me, I'm okay with that. So good. They're spicy, but not too spicy. So, like, if you like that, I highly recommend this. I'm not so crazy about, like, the soy flavor in them, but I really like the spicy.
Hold it!
Who did you say you got a call from? Hey, pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across the crime scene. Okay, across. Not sure how much it did, though. Not sure how much it did, though. Right, please continue. Sorry, I'm chewing. This took about 3 minutes. It's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So tell us who the 2 people you found on the scene were. Yes, sir. And the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you 2 stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care. Why's that? What's your reason? Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly. What about this suspicious woman Pink's claims was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Ah! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know, I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Ha ha ha. Nice try. Uh-oh. I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure. It happens all the time in the books and the movies. This isn't a movie, Detective. Oof. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Yeah. Actually, you got a point, pal. Objection! Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. You can't necessarily draw that conclusion, though, man. Order! That didn't go so well. That's right, what he said. That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction there somewhere. Let's find it. I know exactly where it is. I just wanted to Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Mia Fey. That's really what you're saying. Well, what? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. But backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, Detective. Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? Well, when? It was the day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being, that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. Well, what? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Sounds suspicious to me. Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham. How could you give me a faulty report? Huh? I thought... Detective Gumshoe? Burp. I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. Well, what? But, Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes? Darn, this isn't good. Yes, everyone is guilty, you're right. What's up, Miles? The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Ooh, sick burn. Oh, I love the music in this. Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Ugh, I do not like this girl. It's just not a good look. Yeah. I love how this quote has to do with this. Nightbot just pulled up. Sometimes I think about becoming a boob streamer, but then I remember that little bit of dignity that I have. Yeah, the April May reminds me why I don't do that. I used to play this series back in the day. I loved it. Yeah, this is actually, so this is the HD remaster version. I don't know if you can tell. Doesn't it look good? Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Aw, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Yeah, it was like $20 for the whole trilogy on PlayStation if you guys are interested in getting it. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was, like, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices? That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Nice, I might pick it up if pick it up while I wait for... Oh, yeah, nah, I wouldn't get that if I were you. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Well, wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm. Didn't you? I think the last time I said something about this, I asked if we were all firm. I'm not sure what quote that is, though, but maybe Nightbot will pull it. Words are words. They don't have to have meaning behind them. Not the quote I was hoping for. Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding the tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, I'm doing it. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination, if only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. All right. Let me see. Fire is her weakness. Burn her! Oh, you got wrecked by Nightbot. Hey, Ellis, what's up? Does it say what time? No. Okay. And then, ooh, I saw long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Yeah, Nightbot's a little... He's a little eager. How do you know she was a defendant? Huh? Well, you know. She had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Ooh, I don't know. I question it. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. Well, what? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that. You saw nothing. Did you really see the defendant at all? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless. About this, I mean. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fay, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Aha! No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. That evil smile. Yeah. April May, I don't like her. There's something wrong with her. The testimony is bogus. But, Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. Yes, we do. I saw her. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. Oh, there you go. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Rawr. What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Ugh, I hate April May. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock. Kind of statue-y clock. The Thinker, I think. Oh, no, she always jiggled, but you just couldn't see it as well. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Ugh. Hate this bitch. Can't wait to get rid of her. I did see everything I did. How is she gonna know that it was a clock unless she was there? Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that the statue of the Thinker was a clock. I like how he just breezes on by it. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May! Can you explain how you know this is a clock?
Objection!
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. No, it's not. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. No, I won't. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Oh, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time. How are you going to hear it say the time? So you've been to the law office of Fay & Co.? No. Good Lord. If somebody really tee-heed on the stand, I'd die. Hi, Quinaria 13. Probably more jiggling. As a lawyer, this is hurting my soul. No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. No, you couldn't hear it from your hotel room. The law office of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. I don't care that it's close to the hotel. You couldn't. No, you couldn't have heard it. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No! No, Your Honor. Can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have rung. She couldn't have heard it, one, but it also couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court. It is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly... Just take a look, right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defendant says. I can't speak. It's as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Fat? I would have been the one who'd been like, fat? Yeah, she did lie. Well, Miss May? Edgeworth was his tisk. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. But it wasn't, and I can prove that it was before! The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Yes, I can. Ho ho! Impossible, of course. Saddle up, bitch, I have proof. Well, what? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. I'm gonna rub it in your fat face. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... Wha-bam! Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Ooh-hoo, you have a girly phone. Oh, wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. You should. You definitely should use saddle up bitches in your next legal brief. Order. The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Oh my god, he looks like he's about to have like a heart attack or like a conniption. Something's wrong. My cat's over here looking at me like I'm crazy because I'm like waving my hand around. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. Ah, I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes, I do. Larry made it. It's two of a kind. The witness said she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce the evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. Made by Larry Butts. It's simple. This clock was never in any store ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible! Everything is sold in stores! No. Some things are sold in line and some people actually make their own shit. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, sick burn, Phoenix! Oh, excuses not on sale today? Damn. Including that pink-haired girl's boobs. You're so right. She probably did buy those in a store. Ooh. Oh, ah! Ah! Oh, damn, she looks scary. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! What kind of an outfit does she have on? Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh. Yeah, Mortal Kombat. Oh, silly me. The eye twitch. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Tee-hee. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... I feel like if I say that she held it, then I'm saying that she's the murderer. This is familiar territory. I'll just use the same approach as with Larry. Miss May held that very clock in her hands. Mr. Wright, when was this? When she used it to strike the victim. When else? Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? April May, you killed Mia Fey, I say. And when you struck, the force of the impact made the thinker... Well, no, because... Phoenix, you're wrong! No, it was empty! Damn it! You truly are a work of art, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Well, what's that supposed to mean? It was you who just proved that the thinker was empty. Oh. What's more, the witness has a rock-solid alibi. Miss May, perhaps you could explain to the poor, misguided Mr. Wright that you were in the hotel at the time of the murder. She can't prove it. She did it. It would be my pleasure. No way! Yes way, Mr. Lawyer. Tee-hee, didn't the murder take place at 9 at night? Gee, that's the exact time I ordered some room service from the hotel bellboy. Incidentally, the bellboy corroborates the witness's story. Ergo, she was not at the crime scene. Rock solid. I don't know about that. Mr. Wright, you've just made a serious accusation against a perfectly innocent woman. I highly doubt that she's perfectly innocent. Sorry, Your Honor. That didn't go so well. But if that's the case, then how did she know the thinker was a clock? Wait. Your Honor, I figured it out. There is one other way Miss April May could have known it was a clock. One way alone, and I have proof. Well, proof, you say? Oh God, why are you putting us in this position, Phoenix? I'm not so sure. Then the court will examine your proof, Mr. Wright. How did the witness know the thinker was a clock? Oh, yeah, here we go. Have a look at this. Ah! Ooh! That... I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone. Miss Mia Fey's phone, weren't you? Ooh! Ooh! Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Actually, I can. Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple. What? Nani? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock. Bam! Take that. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. I think you can tap a phone in certain cases, like, but you have to have court-ordered permission. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Depends on who you are and whose conversation you are recording. Each state laws are different. Oh, really? Huh, I figured that would have been like a, not like a universal law, but like a federal law. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? You can record your own conversations. In some states, you have to say you are doing it. And it cuts off so much, like, after you type. So literally all I can see is and there's, like, nothing else after that. And police must always have a warrant. Well, that's good. That makes me feel better that the police must always have a warrant. But I didn't know that you could record your own conversations like that. That's interesting. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Blah, 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 blah. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Oh, God, she looks so mean and ugly. Miss May! Shut up! All of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer! I'm just sweating. It's not fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it? That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? Miss May, why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping or irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? At the time of the murder, I was in my hotel room getting room service. How could I have killed her? If you don't believe me, just ask the bellboy. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. What do I want to do? Do I want to call the bellboy? Yeah, we'll call the bellboy. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunk in quite low enough already. I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fay. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Accept the condition. We don't have anything else we can do. Alright, I've got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Huh. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I'm pretty sure you don't get to just, like, make those kind of, agreements in court like that. Well, if this doesn't work, then you're just going to accept guilty. That doesn't work. But this isn't actually based on the American court system. This is actually based on, it's like a blend of American and Japanese court. I like read a whole big article on it once. It was actually pretty interesting. If I can find it again, I'll link it in the archive on YouTube. Oh, really? But yeah, well, I don't know. The article I read said it was like a blend of American and Japanese court. But I mean, I don't really know a whole lot about Japanese court, so like I'm not entirely sure like what that is. But I don't think I've ever. I don't think I know anything about like British Parliament and court and all that jazz. I really don't know a whole lot about like their entire government or legal system. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Oh, the setup looks really British. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy. So without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Why is he just holding tea? He's just going to hold it the entire time. But I still wonder why. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right. I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. I'm the head bellboy. Okay, I don't have a problem with that. I believe I received a call after 8. Let's ask some questions about that. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and him. Yeah, I think we all know what he's referring to. The point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes. What then? She asked for an iced coffee brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. That's a little suspicious. 9 on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished. 9. The time of the murder. I brought it to her precisely the requested time, of course. I delivered the iced coffee. You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely. Sir, it's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embracer, sir. Embracer? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Whoa. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. Precisely. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Protest! Wait! Please wait. Yes? Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question. That's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Oh, God. Let me save the game in case I screw this up. Yeah, it gets intense. I guess I could ask about check-in. See if she checked in with anybody else. I feel like I've learned everything about room service. I don't think I need to ask anything about bed making. You think I should try bed making? Okay. I'll try bed making just because you told me to. Bed making. Tell me about making beds that day. I was wondering what you were going to ask, but bed making a new low. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. The witness will answer the defense's question. Yes, well, it was quite like any other day's bed making. I changed the sheets, the pillowcases, and I proceeded to make the bed. I had to bring pillows for 2, of course, but they're quite light, you see. I see. Thank you. For 2? Pillows. For 2? Bellboy, what did you just say? Eh? Yes. Pillows are light, sir. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable. You were right! Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite. Indeed, it was the, good barista there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Ooh, Edgeworth, you fool. Edgeworth knew. I've done it. I've won. I mean, not really, because we haven't proven Maya's innocence, but we've proven that there are other suspicious people. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man. Correct? Yes, sir. Then when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was... the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Oof. Your Honor. As has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. But my, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of another man from this court. Oof. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sent shivers up my spine. I think Maya has a crush. If you say so. So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well, no, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May? He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work out everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis, don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. Alright guys, well that's all for today. Thanks for sticking with me. I really enjoyed it. I hope everybody stays safe. Where I live, it's really bad weather. We had to go downstairs and hide in the basement for a while today, which really sucked. But, we didn't have class, so that was fine. I studied, but it is what it is. But, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye-bye.